the ego is I want to win the game, not I have to throw 5 touchdown passes to win the game. He doesn't care about that. He'll turn around and hand the ball off when he needs to. And that's what separates him from other quarterbacks. He doesn't have to be the hero because he knows at the end of the day when he wins, then he's the hero anyway.
Right. And for people like me before this season, I always thought maybe it's Belichick, maybe it's the organization. But then when he turns around, goes to Tampa Bay, does what he's doing, and then gets to the Super Bowl, like that's GOAT status right there.
Yeah. And you got to take everything I say with a grain of salt, even though I'm 100% right and accurate, and you can't really punch any holes in my argument.
That's the drink of choice tonight.
I like it.
You ever do that?
Tahini Modelo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Tahini
Good. Exactly.
Yeah.
Glad you're on board.
Yeah.
Very
nice.
nice.
Mic on? Hold on, let me turn you up.
Yeah, I do.
There we go. There's your sexy voice. All right.
That's it.
All right. I think we're good.
Dwayne Johnson.
I got the Celtic glass.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to have to refill. Yeah.
First beer of the day.
My favorite part of the day now.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I was all excited.
Oh, dude, because guess what? We get to fucking have a chat, just kick it. And it's like we're hanging out like at a party.
Exactly.
Yeah. And drinking.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. And then we get to talk about my plums.
My plums.
My plums.
My bluish plums.
I can feel it all the way down to my plums.
We gotta watch that again.
Oh my God. Eastbound and Down. Like I think about it all the time. Like it's up there in my all-time favorite series in the history of the world. Comedy or not comedy, just like as anything to watch. I love Eastbound and Down. It's one of the best things to ever happen in life.
Right. They need more Will in there though.
They do, but at the same time, he's so memorable from what he was doing. Like
right.
You can't say you're gonna wear out Will Ferrell because that's not possible. But he it's just great. He's just great. I just keep thinking back like to when he's shooting the cannon at him and he's running through the field because they're having that soiree at his house, that dinner.
See, I gotta rewatch it. I don't remember it, but
he has a bunch of people over his estate and he's all Southern, and so he doesn't wear socks with his shoes.
Nah.
And he has them all over the dinner. And then was it Kenny Powers was his name?
Mm-hmm.
He like crashes the party for some reason. I can't remember what. And he ends up making him go in a full sprint in a field while he shoots an old Civil War cannon at him to let them get away. He's like, either you're going to die or you get away, but I'm going to shoot this cannon at you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start that again tonight.
Oh, dude. Speaking of shit to watch, I've been watching this show called Gangs of London. Oh my God. Like,
really?
Oh my God. Like, I don't know if you like
don't hype it up too much because then I'm gonna be like, whatever.
You can't hype it up too much. You're gonna literally shit your pants when you watch it. The first episode. I thought when I didn't realize that I was still in the first episode by the time it ended. It was so long. The first episode is like an hour and a half. So I thought I was on like episode 2 or 3 of the series because when you binge, it just like kicks into the next episode.
You just black out and then you're done with it.
Yeah, and I felt like I watched almost an entire series just in the first episode, and the way it ends, holy shit. Like it's so much violence and so much graphic violence, and it gets crazier. I'm on episode 4 now, and every episode gets crazier. But the first one, dude, had one of the most legendary fight scenes in anything that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, no, I don't even know how I got it. Like my father-in-law, he'll just download shit and he puts it up on our Plex and we just watch it for free. I'll give you the password and shit, but so you can go watch it. But it's I don't even know where. I think it's Cinemax, maybe. No, not Cinemax. That doesn't make sense, does it?
I don't know.
Yeah, one of those movie channels. But it was. I mean, the way I describe it to people, it's Soprano. It's a more violent Sopranos.
Okay.
A more violent.
Sopranos had its moments.
Yeah.
of violence, but it wasn't a crazy violent show.
It was more right. It was more like implied and like dramatic and
Right.
mysterious. But this is just straight up like strap
Massacre.
in, dude. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting. I had no clue what I was watching. You know when you watch something, you don't know what you don't have any expectations. I saw no trailers.
That's the best.
Yo, and I didn't know anything about it. I fucking
Yeah.
smoked a
See, now
fat
it's all
bowl.
hyped up, and I know a little bit about it. It's probably gonna suck.
Oh no. There's no way. There's no way it's gonna suck. Like you're gonna watch it and you're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? And yeah,
Next
so but,
episode. Next episode, we're going over it.
oh, we're gonna have to do our weekly review of Gangs of London. Oh my god, dude. And yeah, so I smoked like I usually so my routine is like I'm working more.
You want more of that episode?
I want more of that. I want more of that. Actually, honestly, I almost thought I didn't want more. I am very hard. Like, I love violence and I love graphic violence. It's very hard to turn me off. They came close. I was almost like, oh my God, I got to look away. Like, some of the shit they do, I'm like, I almost can't watch this. And for me, I can watch anything. Like, I
Right.
can watch open heart surgeries.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nuts. And so goddamn good. And the black guy who's like this is black guy who's like the lead in it, phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
There's no big stars in it or anything.
no, not at all. And that's even better. Well, there's like one guy that you'll know his face,
I
but you don't
agree.
even know where you know him from.
It's the guy with the scar on his face who's always in those kind of shows.
No, I know you're talking about the guy from Braveheart.
Yeah, he's from everything that's like that.
Yeah, Prima Nocta. When he gets married in the first scene of Braveheart. Anyway, yeah, that guy with the scar all down his cheek.
Right. He's in Gladiator.
Scottish.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he's the guy who gives him the little wooden toys in Gladiator.
That's the guy.
That's my favorite movie of all time, by the way.
Every time I watch it, I text you.
Yeah. Hey, just to let you know, I'm watching Gladiator. Jack, it's 4 a.m. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm watching it.
Yeah. It's
And
so
thank
good.
Thank you for the text. What you say.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
Are you not entertained?
Very entertained
Nice.
by you.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. I'm gonna have to get a refill at some point. I had a margarita already, and then this is my second glass of tequila.
How was today? Stressful?
Way better than yesterday. I felt like shit yesterday.
Did we
Today,
do this yesterday? Was that yesterday?
yeah, we did it yesterday, and I was kind of like I was tired, man, but we got through it. Today, I finally feel like really, really good.
Yeah, that was me the day before. So now we're both feeling good.
Yeah, we're climaxing
Oh,
together.
together.
Yeah,
Good.
smashing ceilings,
It feels
breaking,
good.
breaking through ceilings. Oh,
Oh, good stuff. So,
yeah, man.
one more time, what's the show called? And then we're done with it.
Oh, Gangs of London.
Gangs of London.
Oh my God, man. I think it's brand new. It's only season 1.
Gangs
I didn't even know about it. Like I had no clue about it. And then actually my father-in-law of all people recommended it to me. He's like, he told me he's like, it's Sopranos on acid. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like I he's usually got good taste and stuff when he recommends to me. Man, he couldn't have undersold it enough. Like,
Perfect.
yeah, audio. It just
That's
crazy.
what you want with it.
Say again.
That's what you want with the show. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
go into it all hyped up.
And another thing about it too is I can't. It's so hard to talk and like not spoil things, and I won't spoil anything. But like I see like one of the main characters, and at first like when you don't like somebody, but they grow on you over time.
And then
So
they're
like
your favorite.
then they become your favorite. That's like
Right.
my pattern. Like I hear a song, I'm like that's a piece of shit. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like actually it's my favorite song.
Yeah.
It's like the main guy in this too. I'm like what a little weaselly shit. But like from the opening scene. Oh, okay, we're done. We're done. I want you to watch
ruining
it. Yeah,
Killing it for me.
I know.
Now I'm gonna like the Weasley guy.
I love the Weasley guy now.
But now I'm not even gonna hate him. I'm gonna like him right away because of
We'll
you.
see. All you gotta do is get through the first 30 seconds and see if you like it. First 30 seconds. If you don't like it at that point, you're a moron.
Really? 30? Okay. All right.
Literally the opening scene.
Give it
Yeah.
a shot.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about that story you told me because last night in LA, There was a I couldn't finish it. It had gone on for 6 hours, this car chase. And this guy was driving his car 3 miles an hour on the freeway. And LAPD followed him like way out towards the desert. And they wouldn't give up. And he kept stopping. And then they all get out of their cars and point their guns at him. And then he just keep going. And he was fucking with him the whole time. Dude was on meth or something, man. And he's just driving like one of these eco cars. So he's got like all the miles to the gallon you need.
He's got like 900 miles to go.
I watched 3 hours straight. And I was supposed to go to bed. And I was up at 12:30 at night. I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. And I still don't know what happened with this guy. He's just like leading these cops on a chase. And you know how like a car chase comes on, you can't look away. Like you got to watch it.
Yet you looked away.
I fell asleep, dude. I couldn't stay up anymore. But I kept thinking about that damn story you told me about that guy who just left his little girl on the steps of that
Oh
school.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what show I was watching. It was like the worst people ever or some shit like that. He was number one.
Yeah. He is number one. Yeah.
Right.
For the worst people fucking ever. Oh, God. I told my wife, Megan, that story. And then she was telling me, she does this neighborhood watch thing on Facebook. And it's like the gift and the curse because she knows everything going on. If a car's parked too long on the street, she knows about it. People are selling crack up at the 7-Eleven. She knows about it. I was like, if they're selling coke, let me know.
Eh,
And
Give
it was like,
me a holler.
yeah, just let her, just hook a brother up. But so I told her that story, but then you told me, and then she just told me this is 10 minutes ago. Tell me a story about how just a couple days ago, some guy 8 a.m. in the morning, walking his dog, and he sees a girl only a couple months older than my little girl, so no older than 2 years old, right around 2 years old. This little girl is walking in the middle of the street in traffic by herself,
Fuck.
and no one around. And so, and I can relate to this, even though I would have acted differently. The guy was like, I don't want to pick her up because I don't want to get accused of anything. So he was like super sketch about it. So he hailed down the first woman that he found to come help with this girl. Like if it was me, I'm picking up that girl and putting her on the sidewalk and I'm like taking care of the situation. But I get it. I get why the guy acted that way.
Right.
I wouldn't have acted that way, but I get why he did.
Yeah.
And so apparently they take this little girl, they find out where she lives somehow, because like the neighbor maybe knew who she was. I don't know all the full details. But they get this girl back to the house and the mother acts like it was no big deal. She's like, oh, oops.
She does that every day. She's on a stroll.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Yeah. My little girl can't take 4 steps without falling on her knees, like she's still stumbling around. A little girl like that in the middle of a fucking street, dude.
What is she on drugs?
That's the first question I asked. I was like, either that lady is on drugs or drinking.
And the
or
cops
all-
just said, okay, here's your daughter back.
Yeah, I don't know the end of the story. I know it kind of, it's not a good story to bring to the table when you don't know the end.
No. God damn it.
Yeah.
So we don't know the end of the car chase, and now we don't know anything about this little girl. Thanks a lot.
I'm here to be a tease. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna watch that show. Gangs of London.
Hey, that's your loss, buddy.
All right, I'm watching it.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that show.
But
yeah. Another day in life, being a dad.
Yep. Today was pretty good. We had Bethany's mom over watching Cooper for a few hours so I could actually get out and do some work, get some shit done.
That's nice.
She's
good with them?
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great. She just can't get enough of them. She'll just hold them for hours and hours.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big help to have. We're kind of, like I was saying before, like we're kind of stuck up here with my mother-in-law. She's old. She does help, but it's not like great. So we do a lot of it ourselves, but we're getting to that point where we basically need a babysitter.
Right. But you guys got that little girl that you're training, right?
That's right. The neighbor. Yeah, she's super shy. We'll see what happens with that. I'm hopeful. But,
right.
Yeah. But so you got some work done today. What else?
Yeah. So the deliveries kind of picking up a little. We're getting a few calls every day. Also starting this blunt line.
Oh, very nice. Ooh, I like it.
Premium OG blunt.
Who made the label?
My partner.
No shit. All right.
What flavor is this? This is frosted melt. So it's 2 grams. top shelf flour mixed with, see if the tip, that's just all wax right there. There's wax throughout the whole thing and
God
keef.
damn.
And it's a cordia leaf.
I don't know what a cordia leaf is.
Me neither. This is it.
Okay.
But this is it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully this starts picking up soon
Yeah.
because I don't know, I think it's gonna do real well.
Well, you know, as official sponsors of the show, the hosts of the show get free samples. So I'm expecting a package in the mail.
I can do that
Yeah.
for sure. Or why don't you come get it?
If
Why
we're
don't
going
you
to
come to
advertise
San
anything
Diego?
on the show,
Why don't you come to San Diego and come get it?
well, if it's good, I'll come down. For
Oh,
now,
I will pay you $50 to smoke it all yourself.
$50?
Yeah,
That is a deal, my friend.
in one sitting, all by yourself.
Okay.
You're not
All
gonna be
right.
able to do it.
Well, will I
It's
have like
you can't
things?
eat 50 bowls of rice. You can't. You won't smoke it all yourself. It's impossible.
I don't know if it's impossible.
Yeah,
Probably not advisable.
you're fucked forever.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I was saying earlier too, like my ritual is like I'll be working and I get like an hour work you work from home, so you get an hour break, but let's be real. It goes longer than an hour. But normally I'll smoke a bowl. And I'm questioning whether I even want to smoke weed anymore. I mean, I love it, but like at a certain point your kid, I mean, you got to be really secret about it or your kid's going to know. It's so hard to cover up the smell of it, and just like we live in a little apartment, it's not much at a certain age she's going to be wise to all that shit. So
Right. You got a few years on that though.
yeah, but I think about it. I think about like, do I want to because we talked about drinking before in the show. I'm like, I don't have a bad relationship with alcohol. I'm cool with it. I can have a couple drinks and stop, and I'm all right,
Right.
And the same with weed. I don't need to smoke a lot, but it is one of those things like once that cat's out of the bag, and maybe it's different now. When we were younger, it was maybe a little more like taboo. Maybe now
Right.
it's more acceptable. I don't know,
I
but I
feel like,
still feel weird about it around my daughter.
of course, you don't want her knowing that you do, but everybody does.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody,
For the most
literally.
part. For the most part, yeah. And we'll smoke sometimes, like not every day, but sometimes before bed.
I know you cut way back. I was really surprised about that because, like, I mean, you were always the one who smoked weed, and I was the one who didn't. And now I'm the one who smokes like all day, every day.
I just get so fucking high now.
Yeah,
And then I get in my own head and I'll get quiet and I'll just think like everyone's judging and I'll judge people and it's just no good.
I get that. And I mean, are you smoking only sativas, or is that with just anything?
That's what everyone, oh, well, you got to find the right strain. No, I just, anything that I smoke, like
No, but I get it. I think
I'll
it's
just,
your brain. I think your brain knows. Like, if you're like me, like, we don't have anything against smoking pot. In fact, quite the opposite. Love it. It's been great over the
I,
years.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. But like something maybe like in the back because I feel the same way too. Like now that little switch is flipped in my head of like, yeah, having a little thing around you to care about, like a little human being. And maybe that's not the case with you. Maybe that doesn't even factor in. Or maybe it does factor in and you don't even notice because it's so like in the background, but it's always there, like knowing that yeah, you feel like you get paranoid, you get that paranoid feeling like you get in your own head. And especially like when you're high, you're kind of like, dude, I hope I don't get in a fight right now. Like,
For me, it's just like I'll be watching TV and I won't register anything I'm watching because I'm just thinking about shit.
oh well, there's that too.
Then I can't have conversations. I can't hold a conversation because I'm too high. I'm just like, oh man, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like before bed, if I'm just gonna like try and pass out, if I can't sleep, take a little hit. We got a little pen. That's it right there.
No, I know
That's
exactly. Is that a stizzy?
the smallest. No, we're getting stizzies on higher minds though.
Nice.
Stizzies are some of the best.
Yeah, I had vapes. I still have some around. Like I don't like doing them too much. I think like the habitual use of the vapes, it feels wrong. Like it feels kind of chemically. It's like fucking something up. But they're super handy, like in a pinch. Have them by
Right.
your bedside. You gotta wake up in the middle of the night, can't sleep, type thing.
Right.
Yeah, They have CBD ones, which is great too. And I just finished all that CBD product that Keisha gave me.
Got one of those around here too, somewhere.
The CBD pen.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't be a bigger advocate for CBD. I mean, I need it with like I have, my leg that I broke in the motorcycle accident, plus like all the years of playing sports and football. I feel like shit. Like I get like inflamed everywhere, like my neck, my back, my shoulders, all that shit. And like CBD, man, say what you want, but it fucking works. That and fish oil. I take that and like I feel so much better.
Huh.
Yeah, and it helps me sleep. But I just finished all mine, so I don't know what I'm
What
gonna
does
do.
fish oil do?
Fish oil is great, man. Hair, skin, nails, brain, teeth,
Yeah.
everything. Fish oil is like one of them wonder drugs. It's really doesn't have to be fish oil, but that's what carries the
Omegas.
DHA. Yeah, the omegas. Um, and so those omegas are fucking phenomenal, man. Really great. And I've taken them for a long time. Our grandfather's the one who got me on them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Tampa used to take like 50 pills a day.
Did I ever tell you the stories about when I would have parties in high school
No.
and I'd have a bunch of people over and I lived with them? I lived with Pampa and Barbara.
No.
And so I'd have 50 plus 100 people over my house drinking and we had, the basement and then the regular level and then the upstairs where all the bedrooms were. And he was sleeping upstairs, but he didn't give a fuck. He would come down and he'd walk around the party and everyone would be like, who's this old guy at the party? But he was cool. He was just making sure everyone was okay. He'd be taking pictures with the girls. He has like pictures with his arms around the girls and they got like their drinks.
Nice.
And he's hanging out and he's always telling people, he's like making sure no one drives home. So he's like, just don't drive home. He's like, you can stay here. He's like, just sleep on the couch. And he'd make sure everybody was okay. But he wouldn't narc anything. He wouldn't stop anybody from doing anything other than driving home. And then in the morning when all my friends would wake up, I'd have like 20 kids there. He would bring out this big Tupperware of vitamins and he'd start trying to give people, we'd be sitting in the kitchen trying to like recover from our hangovers and he'd be handing out tablespoons of cod liver oil.
Oh shit.
And that's the last thing you want when you're hungover is that this fishy cod liver oil.
Probably helped though. He knows what he's doing.
Well, yeah. And I think part of it was he was twisting the screws a little bit because he knew how shitty we felt.
Yeah.
And so he's putting that in front of us, but he'd bring out this big old bin of vitamins and just like 80 bottles. And that was his morning routine, man. He would go through that and then he'd put his keys in the refrigerator next to the cod liver oil so he would never forget his car keys. So he would go in and take his cod liver oil and then he'd get his cold car keys, put them in his pocket. Genius.
Yeah. A little crazy, a little genius.
Dude, if he didn't like fall down the stairs the way he did, he was trucking, man.
Oh,
83 years old.
Still would have been in the fucking senior Olympics.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's the one who taught me that race walking is an art form.
Oh my God. He had it
all,
down.
it's all in the movement.
It's all in the hips.
You got to glide.
Yeah.
It's a rhythm.
Oh man.
And he would do 5Ks at 83 years old. What a beast.
Yeah.
What a beast, dude. But fish oil. Yeah.
Fish oil.
Fish oil.
Good to know. I'm gonna go pick some up. I was at Costco today. I should have picked some up.
Yeah, I use Costco brands. Fine. Costco's got the best brands of everything.
I know. We just got like 93 rolls of toilet paper.
You get your diapers from there?
Sure do.
See, because I was gonna do so the diapers from Costco unlock all of the things that I do. It all starts with the Costco's from the diapers from Costco. Because I went through like all these diapers. I'm like a diaper hound. Like, man, like I really don't understand how some companies put out such shitty products. So we were going through like Pampers, what are those eco-friendly ones, the bullshit ones, and you get the ones online. And ultimately, when you go to a store, the best ones, in my opinion, are the Huggies. And Costco brand is Huggies. Because
really?
Costco, how Costco like vodka is Grey Goose, and Costco golf balls are Pro V1s.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they sell out quick, man. As soon as those Pro V1 Costco brands, the Kirklands come through, they sell out immediately because dudes know. Wow. They buy them in bulk because it's like the cheapest golf ball you can get.
Right. Pro V1s are like $5 a ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pro V1s are, and it's ridiculous, dude. If you ever go to the golf course, you can totally find. All you got to do is be a bad golfer and hit your shit into the woods all the time, and then you'll find 5 balls when you get your own ball.
So you have a lot of Pro V1s, is what you're
at
saying.
at a certain time in my life. And then I worked at that golf resort, dude, and I totally jacked them, man. They're gonna play the U.S. Open in 2000 this year. It's this year or next year at the golf resort I played in the LA Country Club, dude. Legit golf course.
Nice.
Shot one of my best rounds on it. Beautiful course.
Yeah, you always shoot really good rounds when you're playing by yourself, huh?
Now I was playing with people, but you have to carry your bag there because I was bartending there, and so they let you golf for free every Monday. And this is where they're gonna have the U.S. Open, bro, on the North Course. And you're in the middle of LA, down by Beverly Hills, and you get on this golf course, and you feel like you're in Alabama or something, like when you're on it, because you can't see, like you're just on this beautiful course. You don't know where in the world you are. Then you get to the ninth hole, and because you're at the top of this hill, and then you turn around and you see downtown LA right there, and you just see it, and then you look to the right and you see the ocean, and it's just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Uh, and then you go and you play the back nine, and it's fucking gorgeous. And they have bars all along the way that you can just keep getting Bloody Marys and shit. Yeah,
Have you played
great.
Torrey Pines?
I still haven't. I'm waiting to play with you. I haven't played since our gender reveal. I hit a golf ball for our gender reveal, and I haven't played one round of golf since then.
Did you play or did you just hit a ball for the?
I played that morning, and then
Okay.
I got the pink chalk on my driver, and I didn't want to use it again because I was like, oh, I'm having a girl, and I have this pink chalk on it, and so like I kind of put it on the shelf, and then 2 weeks went by, and then a month went by, and I didn't end up going back. I couldn't justify spending the money to go out and golf the way I had been doing before.
Right.
I miss it.
You were a maniac.
I miss it a lot. I miss it. I had my moments. I mean, golf is one of those games where you get humbled quick. Like you can go and shoot a great round, and the next day you play like shit. I've never played good in front of you. It's totally
Yeah,
mental.
I just feel like you always just show your true colors when you're playing with me.
No, I know. It's one of those things that's like
You're
like
intimidated by greatness.
it's the mental aspect of it. It's where like I want to do so good that I care so much that like if I make one fuck up, I just fall off the rails.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Your
You're face to face with greatness, and it's strange. It's not, I mean, look, like you're naturally gifted at golf and sports. Our family is pretty naturally gifted to certain things, and I feel like I took to golf really quickly. If I was ever able to relax around you, I think you'd see that I'm much better at golf than you've ever seen me play. Not saying I'm great, I'm just saying I'm better than what you've seen.
Yeah, I believe
Um,
that.
but I'm not great by any means.
No,
Like,
anytime we play, you're just smashing your clubs on the golf cart and cussing. It's great.
Worst
I'm having a
ever.
great time every time we're golfing together.
I'm really, except for that one time I beat you. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we don't talk.
Um,
I still don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about.
you can beat me 12 times in a row, but if I beat you once, that's all that counts.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna remember.
Ever remember.
That's all you're gonna remember.
Oh, I
Only
still
thing
remember
you
that
can-
nasty putt I made when we were playing. But no, I mean, I'm not great by any means. I love the game, man. I love it. I needed some competition in my life after not playing sports anymore. Like I fucking love it, but it's an expensive game, it's a time consuming game, and it's an energy draining game. So like all of the above, having a baby, it's just like nope. But
Yeah.
eventually I'm gonna get back to it. When she gets a little older, maybe with school and stuff like that. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go back to golfing. That's for sure.
Yeah. And well, next time you guys come down and bring your clubs, we'll hit up Mission Bay, just a quick 9.
Yeah, down. Yeah, quick nine is like honestly one of the greatest things that exists. I'm
Yeah.
glad to live in a time where we can play a 9 on a par 3 or par 4, whatever it is. Because like sometimes you don't want to play the 18, but you just want to get that little taste, Have a
I
couple
usually
games.
get over it by 14. I'm just like, oh,
Unless you're playing great,
Yeah,
know,
that's
or
true.
but those summer days where you're mid-July and it's 110 degrees, you're like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Exactly. And then you're playing like shit too.
All of a sudden you can't walk through the grass. The grass seems longer, and you're just like trudging. You're like, God damn it, I got to pick my feet up.
Yeah, that's why you get the carts.
Well, from the cart to the green. I'm talking just that
Oh,
lazy,
okay.
just from the cart to the
Gotcha.
ball.
Yes, I completely understand.
Yeah. I have the push cart though, and in theory, the push cart's great because you're playing golf, but you're getting exercise. You're out there walking, It's great for the part threes. There's no need to be walking 18 though. Let's be real.
Not doing it.
No.
Just not doing it.
You get to the ninth and you're like, I immediately regret this decision.
You get to the second and you think that.
The second, yeah. You see everyone whizzing by you in their carts and you're like, well, motherfuck.
Right. And they're having fun. Those things are fun to whip around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially Tecolote. Hit those big fucking hills and just do 360s.
Did you flip one at one point? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, I flipped a couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, I flipped a couple of them.
I have.
Yeah. When this shit blows up, what we'll make an excuse for like charity tournaments and shit, and we'll play golf for the show. Work.
We're gonna have to.
We're working. Yeah.
We're doing it for the kids.
For the kids.
For the
What
kids.
Kids? I don't know.
The kids.
The kids.
How do you think I know about the kids?
You told me.
That's how I found out.
That is exactly how you found out.
Another movie we gotta watch.
I gotta go back and watch The Man Who Knew Too Little. I gotta go back and watch that show movie.
Amazing.
Must be for dudes. I tried to have Megan watch that movie and she's like, I don't get it. I'm like, what's not to get?
Same with fucking everyone I've ever showed. They're just like, this isn't funny. I'm like, what? How do you not know? He thinks he's acting right now. He's not acting.
He's not acting.
Real stuff.
Yeah.
But he thinks he's a great actor.
Yeah. I want that back.
I know how much money's in there.
I know how much money's in there. Oh, what are people thinking?
I don't know. They're not.
They're not. You know what? They're not thinking.
They're not. I want to watch that right now.
Yeah.
I think Gangs of London can take a backseat to that shit.
We'll watch that first and then get into Gangs of London.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it twice and then I'll get into it.
I need more tequila. What should I do? Should I just shout at the wife and have her bring it in, or should I just go get it?
He's with the kid, right?
Wait, I have to set a good example for the show. Hold on. I'm gonna go get another glass of Dwayne Johnson.
I'm gonna get another beer too.
All right, good.
Teamwork.
Halftime. Happiness is where coconut. Consider its tree. Each part of the coconut. That's all we need.
Are you
it's
watching
on out
that?
there right now? Yeah.
So it's starting.
Make way, make way.
Moana, it's time you knew. The village of Montanu is all.
Montanu is all you need.
Every day.
Dude, okay, so about that song, by the way, all right, again, I tell Megan it's a genetic condition because when I see people cry on TV, like I cry, and it's gotten worse since having a girl. It's like a natural reaction. And so in that song, not that song, but the one where it's no, it is that song. The village will need a chief, and there you are. You know when she starts singing it?
Yeah.
And she's like, she starts singing her part. She's like, I'll lead our people, da 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 da. And she's like,
You cried?
She goes, I'll never leave. And like, she looks sad. I literally, my brain instantly goes to like when my daughter's old enough and she like wants to leave the house. I'm getting sad about 18 years in the future and getting emotional about it like right now, holding my daughter.
Well, who says she's leaving at 18?
Right. Locking that up.
Lock her in.
Yeah, in the basement. No, man, it hits me hard, man. And like I always watch on my breaks, like I keep saying it, but I never finish the point. It's like on my work break, I like will smoke a bowl and I'll lay down with my daughter and hold her in bed. She'll fall asleep on me while I'm watching whatever I'm watching. And like I'll watch a lot of anime or movies, just whatever I'm watching. And if it's anything like even the violence of Gangs of London, I'm like cringing because it's weird. Like when you're holding your kid and you're watching something, you're kind of like absorbing it in a different way. And I just got to stay away from certain content or else I'm going to be a little fucking puss.
Yeah. Stay away from that, I guess.
Do you think this is too much tequila?
No, because I can still see the top of the glass that it's not like there's an empty space right there.
Yeah. Well, that part of it's in me.
Oh, perfect. It was a perfect pour then.
Mm-hmm.
What you got in the bottle with you?
Shut up. The rock.
Right behind you where it was.
Yeah.
In our first episode.
I thought it looked tacky, man. Like, Like I need to get an official mini bar. Like I have like a little butcher block bar that I have out in the kitchen that you can like roll around, but it's not official.
Yeah.
And, did you ever watch Mad Men?
No.
Oh man, if you ever wanted to drink and smoke cigarettes and abuse women, that's the show for you.
Okay.
It's such a great show, but every time I watch it, it can be it can be noon, and all of a sudden I want to smoke cigarettes and drink like scotch neat
Yeah. And
in my
just
office while I have
talk.
meetings. Yeah, and then just tell women to get out.
Is that what it's
You
about?
you get out. Doing man stuff. No,
Is
it's
that what
more
it's
like
about?
no, Mad Men. It's like a bunch of dudes. It's a bunch of dudes. No, it's an ad agency like in the 50s or 50s, early 60s, right before the hippie swing, where like men would wear like the skinny tie and suits to work every day, carry the briefcase, and they went to ad agencies and like they do like the little artistic work for like Johnson and Johnson and Q-tips, or this coffee. And so like the lead guy, Don Draper, is legit. You've seen him in other movies. John Hamm. He's in The Town. You ever see The Town?
Only like 15 times.
He's the FBI agent in The
Oh, I
Town.
like that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
I
And
like him in Wolf of Wall Street too. That guy.
Wolf of Wall Street.
The FBI. Oh shit. No,
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 he's not
no.
the no.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Mad
Um,
Men. Yeah, I've seen commercials with him in it. I know who you're talking about.
it's so good, man. Mad Men is a great show.
This is the
And
not fucking around crew.
yeah,
We're gonna show them we're not fucking around either.
not fucking around.
Town.
What does he say? There's that whole Tom Brady thing. He's like, "Where you going? I'm going to Florida." They have that gif because there's that little scene in The Town where they're up against the fence and they're having it out, like Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like, "I'm going down to Florida." And he's like, "You can't leave the town." And
Yeah.
it's Julian Edelman talking to Tom Brady. He's like, "You can't leave." And he's like, "I'm leaving, man. I got to do what's good for me. I'm going down to Florida." And it's the actual words from the movie, but they just put Tom Brady's face.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman. And it was so funny. Oh, it was great.
That's good.
I mean, it hurt. But
Hey, so you got to be going for Brady on this.
bro, I got Tom Brady right there behind me.
I love how you make sure he's still in the corner.
Brady's my guy. I don't give a shit. All that shit people talk about him. Dude's a stud. Greatest of all time. I'm happy for him. It wasn't going to work out in New England.
I think he did enough for Boston. So
that's my point. It's like, how much do you want from a guy? It's professional sports. Like, I'm not going to take it personally that he left. Am I upset? Yeah, I was shocked and pissed. But like, I understand it,
Right.
And happy for the dude. Of course, and I mean, of course he's going to the Super Bowl. Like, did you even think anything else?
Yes. I didn't think he was going to go to the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? His first year with Tampa Bay.
I mean,
Did you really think he was going to go?
Yeah. I have it on record. Literally, I was going to put the $1,000 on MVP, but I knew MVP would be harder with Patrick Mahomes out there because Brady will turn around and hand off the ball, and he'll make that call at the line. He will humble himself at the line. Like, I don't care what people say about Brady. Yeah, he's got the ego. You can't get to where he's at without having the ego. But let's be real. He knows what it takes to win a game.
I feel like he needs that ego. That drives him.
Yeah. You can't get to where he's at without having a monster ego.
And
but that being said, the ego is, I want to win the game, not I have to throw 5 touchdown passes to win the game. He doesn't care about that. He'll turn around and hand the ball off when he needs to. And that's what separates him from other quarterbacks. He doesn't have to be the hero because he knows at the end of the day, when he wins, then he's the hero anyway.
Right. And for people like me before this season, I always thought maybe it's Belichick, maybe it's the organization. But then when he turns around, goes to Tampa Bay, does what he's doing, and then gets to the Super Bowl, that's GOAT status right there.
Yeah. And you got to take everything I say with a grain of salt, even though I'm 100% right and accurate, and you can't really punch any holes in my argument, but take it with a grain of salt. I'm a Tom Brady fanboy. I've watched this guy for 20 years, and I'm a Patriots fan through and through from when I was born. I watched the Drew Bledsoe years. Ronnie Lepet, an old cornerback from the Patriots, was my coach in football. Like, I know the team. I grew up next to the stadium. All this data doesn't matter. Big fan of the team. So it's always Patriots first. But the 20 years that Tom gave us, I watched him game in and game out. to the point where last year when people said, "Oh, he's falling off, he doesn't have any more," I knew the whole time. I'm watching with my own eyes. This is bullshit. This guy still got it. And you see this year, I mean, he's fucking rocketing balls in there. He's
Yeah,
got the
what the
deep
fuck
ball.
is it? How does he still throw it? Is it the TB12 diet? Is that what
That,
it is?
that's that book right there. That's the TB12 guide.
Ah,
Pliability, baby. Pliability.
okay.
Pliability.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Gotta stay limber.
Yeah, so you can be limber when you're like 90 and shit. Gotta be limber.
Well, it's funny because they're like, I know you watch Joe Rogan, like I watch Joe Rogan, and a lot of the theme on his show is like heavy weightlifting. And I agree with that. Like, I have a nutrition and weightlifting background. Um, but the way I look at it is a little different. Like I do when you get older as a man and your testosterone lowers, you do need to build muscle mass to keep your testosterone up and your metabolism up and your bones strong. But then on the other side of it is like you got your ligaments and your overall health. And so you need to like condition yourself with cardio. So there's got to be a balance. I don't think it's either or. My whole thing is I've got my bands. Like I know you have weights, you have free weights and Olympic weights, which I love, but I have the bands. And that's what Tom Brady does. And I think that's a big key because like when you use the bands, you are strengthening your muscles, but it also like strengthens your ligaments too. And you do like super high rep. And you don't get ripped by any means. It doesn't give you a good body. If you're in it for like a good body, it ain't gonna do it. But for health wise, like the bands, that's the key.
Yeah, well, why not do it all?
Well, that's my next thing is like I've been thinking a lot about like the perfect workout regimen for people our age. Not even necessarily our age, but in our situation where we need like energy for our kids and stuff. And I think it's a combination of stuff. I think it's like there's a lot to go into. I think you really got to monitor your heart rate. You got to get one of those things that monitors your sleep heart rate, so like your resting heart rate, because that'll tell you what kind of day you should have. So if you have a watch on or something, you can put on your phone this app that you put your thumb on and it takes your pulse and your resting heart rate. Right when you wake up, turn over, grab your phone, put it on. And the percentage, whether it's like higher or lower, will tell you whether you should take it easy that day or you should go hard. And I think that's really key because your heart is telling you what to do. So on days like it'll tell you, should you do heavy weightlifting? Should you go for a run? Should you stretch and do yoga in the sauna? And I think that's really what it is, day by day, changing it up. I don't think one thing is the answer. But that resting heart rate to start from as a jumping off point, I think is like super key
Gotcha.
on all that stuff. I don't have one of those watches yet, but I use my phone.
Right. I don't use any of that. I just have some coffee in the morning and then I feel jacked up, ready to roll.
You'll drink coffee before you work out?
Uh, I mean, I have and I will. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's not ideal. Usually I'll wake up, try and work out before I eat or anything. Just have some
Yeah,
water.
that's good. Yeah.
But coffee is definitely necessary,
Yeah, in the morning.
at least at some point in the morning.
One of my keys is like, because I'm a coffee addict. Like, I love my fucking coffee, man.
Thanks for the
But,
Kruger, by the way.
oh, yeah. You mean the Keurig?
The Keurig.
Yeah. Go fresh greens. Um, no, the morning routine is huge. It's hard to do when you don't get a good night's sleep. If you don't get a good night's sleep, it's fucking off. Like,
Oh,
does not
I'm
happening.
I'm not doing anything active.
But when I was at my best, because I love coffee, I was trying to use pre-workouts with no caffeine in them, but they really suck. There's really not a lot of great products with no caffeine in them. So I have to kind of choose between a cup of coffee in the morning or my pre-workout. And so on days where I really want to work out, I'll take that pre-workout because it has a ton of caffeine in it. And that gets you going. Once you get that in your system, you have to work out because if you don't work out, you get nauseous from the creatine. So that's a key. Is like I'll take that and then you just have to work it off. Otherwise you'll feel like shit.
Right.
So that's one thing I do is just take that pre-workout.
You take that stuff that makes your like skin crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the niacin. It's a blood vasodilator. Jesus, I can't speak right now. It's
Vasodilator.
yeah. So basically it's like takes your like nitrogen in your bloodstream or niacin that increases blood flow for like niacin is the thing for heart people who have heart conditions like clogged arteries and stuff like that. They need niacin to increase blood flow through their heart, but they put it in workout supplements, and that's what makes your skin crawl because it makes all the blood rush to all your to every end of your body and even through your skin, and like you feel it in your pores. That's the niacin. And some people have allergic reactions to it. I love the feeling.
I mean, yeah, sometimes I like that feeling because it just gets you in the fucking, you just want to run. You
Kind of
just
like
want,
itching for it. Yeah.
yeah, you just want to like go outside and just sprint,
Yeah.
just lift as heavy as you can.
Lift as heavy as you can. Yeah.
And then sometimes I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is it'll get you, especially on an empty stomach. And I do the same thing because like I like to intermittent fast, at least go 12 to 14 hours without eating, and so then but then you wake up in a fasted state, and that's the problem. That's where I meet ahead because you could have black coffee in a fasted state,
yeah,
but I
no, I know. I did that for months.
yeah, and that's great, but I don't think you can have the pre-workout in a fasted state. So it's a tough one to juggle because
That's when you just bite the bullet and just go work out, just even if you're tired. But after a few reps, you're good to go anyway. So
yeah, I think the evolution for me on it was going to be no pre-workout and then get those amino acids. Because really what I want from that pre-workout are like the amino acids, like the taurine, and the leucine and all the things that are in it. That like, because like leucine is like the word sounds like lucid. It's an amino acid that makes you like focus. You know that intense focus you get when you work out sometimes on supplements.
right.
And you just like your fucking eyes are bulging. You're just like, yeah, fucking yes, like this rep, next rep, next rep. Like that's the leucine.
What's that
And
shit that Joe Rogan always advertises? It's like
a lot of shit, dude.
I know every episode it's like 100 or like an
I do the
hour.
super greens. I do amino acids. Like I like, the super. I got it right here. I'll show you right here. Like I got these right here. It's like the perfect food, green superfoods. I put that in my shake, and I got like my fish oils, and my vitamins, but that stuff right there, and then protein, and you take all your aminos. Joe's into some crazy shit though. He does like testosterone boosters and
No, it's a brain
HGH.
booster. It's a brain booster.
Oh, Alpha Brain?
That's it.
No, yeah, I got Alpha Brain too. I also have Lion's Mane right
Oh,
here.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, Lion's Mane is the shit, dude. Right here I got Lion's Mane. I
Sprouts,
just get it like that, like in the supplement form.
sprouts or something.
Yeah, this is the sprouts. So I just get the Lion's Mane because I'll make a cocktail myself, but it's also in the Alpha Brain. But I got off the Alpha Brain's great, but I also went to Jesus, this other brand of neurostimulator. Um, because I
So that
was
can like I heard that lion's mane can like reverse the effects of dementia.
yeah, they say that also with soy lecithin, which is also, but guys shouldn't be having soy lecithin because it can cause cancer, but it's been known to fight off Alzheimer's, and lion's mane it promotes neuroplasticity. Like so, like our kids, our babies, they're in a state of like babies are great. Like if you could always have what's inside a baby for your life, like you'd be golden because like their bone marrow is different than ours right now. It's like
Right.
soft bone marrow, so if they break a bone, they heal like nothing, like real quick.
Right. And
And, yeah.
their bones are like rubbery.
Yeah, and that's because of the type of bone marrow they have. And then their neuroplasticity, obviously, because they haven't had like a lifetime of shit put into their head, they can learn things. And so neuroplasticity, the better it is, the more likely you are to learn things and keep your brain fresh and yeah, stave off Alzheimer's. And it's a big thing. So that's why I love the but caffeine does that too. That's what people think is like you need all these crazy things. Caffeine is also good for that. So
Right.
a cup of coffee ain't bad,
All right. Hold on 1 second. Willie's texting me right now.
Wow, what's up?
We're in that Dogecoin.
Yeah,
So,
Dogecoin or Dogecoin. Yeah.
yeah. Did you get in? Going
No,
off
I
right
didn't
now.
know if I should jump in yet. Why did it go up again?
Yeah, it's up like 30% today.
Ah, God damn it.
But it'll be back down, and then I think its bottom is like 3 cents.
If I can catch it at the bottom somewhere, I'll try to throw a chunk in. But I didn't want to just jump in because I felt the itch to get into the stock market and then jump in at the wrong time. So I'm giving it a couple weeks to kind of monitor.
There's another one too. Sheeb. I guess it's like just came out. It's kind of got the same symbol as Dogecoin, that little dog,
Yeah.
but it's at like 0.000013 right now. So imagine if that hits a cent, like you're fucking rich.
Well, after this, you're gonna have to send me the link to that one because I'll put a.
I don't know how to get on. I think it's on Coinbase, and I am locked out of Coinbase for some reason. I gotta
Well,
figure that shit out.
I was only on Robinhood. That's another reason why I didn't jump in because right when I was gonna get back in, all that garbage went down.
Yeah, that's such bullshit.
It's
They're
such
gonna get
bullshit.
sued so hard.
Yeah,
Uh,
they should. But
yeah,
even getting sued is not gonna solve the problem.
I know. I mean, it's just the rich stealing from the poor.
This all wouldn't have happened if we had Bernie Sanders as president. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Tell you what, I'm not gonna do anything.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. He doesn't know we're doing this, does he?
No.
I know I always say this. I can edit like all this stuff. I always say it to you. Like I just cut it out. It doesn't matter what happens. Like I just edit it out.
Yeah. I figured. I mean, no one's watching live right now, so we're good.
Yeah. And if it was live stream, it's kind of more interesting anyway.
Yeah.
If that was to happen.
Yeah. You know, some people would be listening. They're like, oh, wait, what? Dogecoin crypto going off? I'm going to buy.
I was exactly. And or just like anything happening on the fly. I was watching the Bill Burr podcast this morning and they had a comedian on and did a bunch of impressions. But at one point, Bill Burr thought his mic went out. But they didn't even edit it out. Like they spent like 5 minutes trying to fix his mic. And I was like, fuck it, it's entertaining.
Right. You can probably hear him in the background cussing, like, what the fuck is going on?
He always has something funny to say.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this shit.
I love that Philadelphia stand-up that he did, where everyone is just booing him. And he's like, 14 fucking minutes with you fucking queers. He's like,
fuck you, Liberty Bell. It's got a fucking crack in it.
You got one statue of your fucking hero and he's not even real.
He's not even real. He's from a fucking movie.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, fuck.
We'll have him on the show. Let's have him on next episode.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
I'll have my people call his people.
I think he lives right near me.
What?
Yeah. Joe Rogan used to live right near me before he moved to Texas. He lived right down the street.
Why? Oh, he's in Texas now? Is he just like hunting every day?
No, he moved out of LA. I mean, he was already hunting anyway, but LA's gone to shit, man. So he's getting out of here. And he went down to Texas and that's where he went. When you're a fucking multimillionaire like him, you want to move, and 1 week later, you're in a different state. Like, you don't care.
And he's got everything. And it's fucking 10 times cheaper. He's got everything he wants.
Yeah, taxes, and like they're open. They're having comedy shows and shit. Like,
oh, yeah. He's still doing that. Dude, that guy is a hustler. That guy just does it all.
Yeah.
Fucking, didn't he sign like $100 million fucking the podcast?
Spotify, yeah. Well, that's the dream, man. That's the dream. You gotta be your own boss. They give you the tools to be your own boss.
They give it to you.
Yeah.
Where is that from again?
I'm with the Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a great portfolio, corporate structure.
You know
what?
They
give you the tools to be your own
brothers.
Boss. Yeah, it's Step Brothers.
Nice.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer, bro.
Yeah.
They give you the tools. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh man, what else is there, man? Baby's getting tired over here. I gotta put her down to sleep.
I feel like we haven't gone over one topic.
No, but it's great. I thought our other podcast sucked, and then I went back and I fell asleep to it last night, listening to it, laying in bed. It was fucking cracking me up, man. Hilarious shit.
So good that it put you to sleep, huh?
No, I had to. It kept me awake. I had to turn it off and then actually go to sleep because I was watching that car chase and listening to our podcast, and I was just getting so tired.
I feel like that should have the opposite effect. It should jack you up.
That's what I'm saying. It jacked me up to the point where I was like, I knew I would need to sleep. It's 12:30. I wake up 7:30. I need 8 hours. Come on, do the math.
That's not 8 hours.
But no, I'm just saying, as a side note, it's hard to tell if you're doing anything good while you're doing it. But every time I've gone back and listened, I've really enjoyed it, man. Like I've really think like we have a great back and forth. Like no one's talking too much, even though I think I talk too much. It's not the case. When you
Yeah, you
listen
gotta
back,
shut up, man.
you talk plenty, and it's a nice back and forth. And I honestly think it translates very well. So it's good.
Well, we can't go yet.
Oh no, we're not going yet.
'Cause
We're
I
not
got
going. Very nice. Very nice.
yeah.
I got my wife texting me. I'm filming on my phone like I can text her back or anything. Let me holler in the corner. I'm gonna tell her 15 more minutes.
Hey, honey, make Greg a cappuccino.
The meatloaf. Now. I want it.
Shake a leg, woman.
Thinking of catchphrases, minus, hit him with it. Um, your boy's not there yet. I was gonna ask you, this can be our next subject, actually, is a good subject if you want. But um it's one of the cutest things that is so fleeting and brief. You don't even realize it's there until it's gone. When your kid will start saying certain words in a certain way that you don't want them to start. Like I remember when Alana started saying water, she'd go wah wah. And I was like, oh Jesus, that's too much. Like wah wah. And then that turned into waddy, waddy. And so that's also cute. But like it'll never go back to Wawa. You know what I mean? Like once the Wawa week is over, now
Right.
you're in a new week. And she was saying this one thing, it was Mama Dada. It was one word, it wasn't two. She was going, Mama Dada. So
It's
I
like I
want
want both your attention at once.
yeah, so I want that on a t-shirt that says like Mama Dada on
Mama
it.
Dada. I got a
Yeah.
Dada shirt.
You have a Dada shirt?
Yeah. You
No,
got a
fuck
mama
your
shirt?
Dada shirt.
You probably got a mama shirt?
No. We don't have any baby swag.
Gotta get the baby spray.
Yeah. So I wanted to okay, so I like looking back and kind of like vicariously living through you and remembering what was going on around 6 months. So you gotta tell me, because babies are changing day by day, week by week, man. Like when Alanis wakes up in the morning, I'm like, God damn, your hair got longer. She's got a new word or a new little quirk. And you can never go back to the day before. It's like always fucking changing and it's nuts. So what is Cooper doing now that's sort of like spark? Because he's right on the cusp, man. He's gonna start doing all this shit. Like, what is he doing now that's like getting you going?
Oh man. So last week, I think I posted it on Facebook. Maybe you saw it. We put him in the little, not the jumper, but he runs around in it.
With the wheels on it that they can,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he can fucking book it now. And yesterday, Bethany's standing at one corner of the living room. I'm standing at the other. And we're like, come here, come here, come here. And he'll just be like, ah! And then just run over. Like he'll like lead with his head. His head will go down and then
Oh,
he'll
Jesus.
just run. And he'll knock over shit, run into the dogs on the way over. But he's so happy and so proud of himself. And so are we. And then
Yeah.
I turn him around. And then mom says the same shit. And then he flies back that way. Then he'll stop and we have some plants and he'll try and fucking eat the plants, which is
Yeah.
yeah, don't want to
They'll
choke.
try to eat everything, yeah.
But yeah, so he's running around in that, and he's great going from his back to his stomach. He's been doing that for a while, and ever since we put him in the pack and play at night instead of the snoo, because the snoo locks him down,
Yeah.
keeps him on his back. Now he's just, I haven't checked on him in a while.
What's up, dude?
Now
Is
it
he all
now,
right there?
yeah, I know it's scary, right?
Is he breathing? Where's Bethany? All right, everybody, hold on. What are we doing here?
She's in the shower. I'm watching the monitor, but
But his head's to the side, right?
heads to the side, and I also got this bad boy right here, the owlet.
Yeah, I
So
wanted to see this.
you
You were
can,
talking about this.
this right here is his oxygen and heartbeat.
Are those numbers good right there? The ones that just came up? Readings are normal.
100% on oxygen, and his beats per minute are 109. So it's right,
Yeah.
It's right where it needs to be.
Yeah, because babies' heart rates are faster, right?
Right. Yeah. Much, much faster. And
Yeah.
a couple times his heart rate fucking jumped up to like 222, which 220 is still in normal range,
Really?
but 222 set off the alarm. And one time she was sleeping and I was holding him when it happened. So I knew he was alive and well. I mean, I guess not well, but he was alive and I was holding him. She's like, "What the fuck? Where is he?" I'm like, "He's right here. He's chill." And then one time she was holding him and I'm in a deep sleep because this is months back when you're not getting any sleep.
Yeah.
And it went off and like it took 2 seconds for it to register to me. But then I flew out of bed and I'm just start like reaching over blankets trying to like see where he is. I can't find him. And she's on the couch over there with me.
Oh.
And she's kind of just like kind of smiling because she knew where I was when it happened to her. And like I'm holding him and he's smiling at me right now. He's good.
Do you remember that episode from The Office where Jim, he's like he lost the baby? They're at that function or whatever, it's like a wedding or something. And who's the blonde chick? She's walking out, and he thinks that the blonde chick that works in the office that like ends up marrying Dwight. What's her name?
No one likes her,
Angela.
so I don't know her. Angela.
Angela. So he's sitting there. They're like amongst their family in this room. They're all like eating. He's like, "Stop that lady! She's stealing my baby!" Because he didn't know where his kid was. And then like the mother-in-law walks up. She's like, "Oh, like I got your baby right here." He's like, "Oh, okay," and he's like plays it off like nothing happened.
No, no.
He's
I
like,
feel like I've seen every episode and I don't remember that one. So maybe I got to double back and watch them all again.
it's so fun because you know how you are. You just point to who's when like you're missing something. Who stole my motherfucking wallet? You stole my wallet, and you're like, "Oh wait, I found it."
Have you seen This Is the End?
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
in the beginning when Michael Cera thinks someone stole his cell phone,
Yeah,
he's all coked out.
yeah,
I know you took it. We were doing blowing the bathroom together. You must have it.
yeah,
And then the pulse strikes him through the back, and it comes out of his chest, and it lifts him up, and his phone starts ringing. He's like, "Oh shit, that's embarrassing."
yeah. That's
It's
what
like,
it is, dude. It's
it's
that
like
like
that.
paranoia.
Right when you find it, you're just like, "Oh shit, my
Yeah.
bad."
So that was you with the baby. You're like, who stole my baby? Who stole my baby?
Right.
You look at her on the couch, like, oh, you fuck.
There it is.
But you're so relieved.
Yeah.
So relieved at that point.
So back to your question. He's rolling over, and ever since we put him in the pack and play, now he's just fucking flip flopping. He
Yeah.
can do it with ease too. So it's like makes me happy and makes me less stressed that I know he can flip over anytime he wants.
So then he's not crawling yet.
He's not crawling, but he's gonna get there in like a week or two. I could see.
Dude, see, that's the thing is like, again, I'm not going to spoil it because to each his own. Everyone has their own experience. It's like, but dude, I just know what awaits you. I just know what's about to happen.
Like I'm enjoying every second of it right now that he's not crawling because I know where I put him down, and he's most likely, unless he rolls over 3 or 4 times, going to be in that same spot.
Yep.
And now, once he starts crawling, I know it's like I got to be glued on him at all times, and there's no getting around that. You can't just put him down
You know
unless
what
it's
it
in
is?
the jumper
Right.
you gave me.
Yeah, and that pack and play will come in handy. Like, so yeah, but then eventually there's nothing you can put them in. And it's
Yeah,
funny because you go from like keeping them alive, like the first 6 months, it's like just don't kill this thing.
right.
Like keep this baby alive. They don't interact as much as you think you want them to. And maybe you don't feel that bond right away because it's like this little thing. And it starts to grow and then one day it'll hit you. You're like, oh my God, this is my fucking kid. But you go from keeping them alive to like, oh shit, I don't want them to crack their eye or break their nose or like, you don't want them to get like injured. It's not so much death as it is like, you don't want them to like pull this thick cord and the whole lamp smacks them in the face or.
Right. You got to baby proof everything. And that's our
Yeah.
next step. That's our next plays. We bought some stuff to baby proof the house and we just haven't done it yet because he hasn't been crawling. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to get there real quick.
You know what though? You can't baby proof everything. So
I
you do
know.
your best. You do your best and you put pillows where you can. And you just gotta like run around and kind of just bring that energy and just kind of like chase them around all the time and just like be there,
Right.
it's hard to turn your back.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you and Megan are. I mean, I'm sure you guys are amazing with it, but like me and Bethany have this kind of unspoken agreement, like bond right now throughout this whole thing since Cooper was born, that like we don't tell each other like when we need to, like if I have to get up and go do something, like I kind of just, I'll do it and then she'll do one, and then like without even communicating it, we both like split the duties down the middle, and it's so far it's been working out great. I just want to know, you guys kind of got the same system going down over there, or how's it been working?
At times, I mean, it's interesting you say that because I was looking around sort of like to see how this specific topic was for other fathers because so much of it is the relationship between the husband and the wife and like Megan and I, we differ on so many different things and we clash a lot, which can be great in times, but it can also be hell in other times. And one of the biggest things is like being fair, is like making sure that we're both holding our own weight because she works, I work, and we're doing our best to raise this girl. But you know, the hours put in, they count for something. So an hour here, an hour there, and we trade off. But it's had to be, you have an unspoken thing, we don't have an unspoken thing, it has to be spoken.
Gotcha.
Basically we have to be like, okay, it's your turn. I'm gonna go do this, watch her for 10 minutes. And like it can never be a thing where it's like selfish. It shouldn't be like I don't want to hang out with my kid. It's just an awareness. It's like, hey, you're on. You know, it's not
Right.
that you don't want to be with your kid, but you need a little break. Like you love your kid, but you need to like catch your breath.
Right.
And so that's how it is for us. And like, so we got to verbally kind of translate that, like, hey, I need a break. You know, like I need to get a drink of water, like anything.
Right. Right. And I'm not saying that we're completely like we just don't talk or and let each other know when we need a break. We definitely do. I think that's healthy if you let each other know and communicate. But for the most part, I'd say like if she's working all day and then I'm gone when she gets off and she still has to look after Cooper, and I get home and I can just see the stress on her face, then like without her even saying anything, I'll just be like, okay, yeah, you go take a nap, do what you got to do. I got this for here on out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel that. And it's virtually the same with us. It has actually caused some conflicts, but also a lot of things have changed for us. Like with me working at home, I think it's hard for her to look at the job that I do because I sit at the desk and the computer all day is like taxing and stressful to me, but it is. It's kind of exhausting my job, even just sitting in a chair on the computer all day doing what I do. It has its own version of being tiresome. And then on her end, obviously, watching a kid all day is super exhausting. But then she's got to go cook at the end of that. So we do have this trade, and there was like some adjustment phases and kind of figuring it out, trial and error, and just and hacking through the weeds and really getting there through some stress. But I think we do have a good ebb and flow now, really, where I'm able to wrap up my work early. She goes and cooks, and then I have her for a few hours, and then she comes home, takes over. I finish up anything I got to do, and then we just kind of bounce back and forth until the night is over.
So that's perfect. That's
Yeah, but it took some work to get there. Like it took a while of figuring out some arguments and um that's another thing I want to talk to you about too is like arguing in front of your kid because I get the sense you guys don't argue much, but there's no way around it. There's gonna be arguments, and wondering if you feel like that's going to affect the kid or you know, do you can't go in the other room sometimes. Like with her, with our baby right now, like we can't just go in the other room and argue with the door shut. We don't have that option.
right.
So any argument that happens right out in front of the baby.
Right.
So it's either like and you know my temper, either I've got to somehow find a way to squash down the thing that I haven't been able to do my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, change completely who I am, which that is the answer, by the way. That's the answer. So I have to change entirely who I am, or we don't argue. And you know how hard it is to just walk away from an argument. So
Right.
I do worry about like scarring my girl with arguing in front of her. I struggle with how to avoid it.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think just coming to like agreeing on something. Like you gotta just talk about it, agree on both of you like are gonna do this at that point, I guess. I don't really know. So for us, we have literally never come to like a screaming argument with each other. If I'm doing something to piss her off, she'll just kind of like tell me I'm a fucking dick and I'm annoying, and then she'll just ignore me for a while. And so that's great.
Yeah. But you're way like we've said this before, like you're way more laid back than I am. Like I got that fiery temper. So like and also I think she also knows that. So she knows how to push my buttons. And it ain't
Yeah.
hard. It's really not hard. To just get me to go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh, believe me, I've seen it.
Yeah. And I don't like it though. I'm not proud of it. It's funny after the fact.
I feel like it'll subside a little,
Well, I work on it, man. I work on it. But I think you're right. I think it's gonna kind of naturally happen because I don't.
I mean, I feel like that happens to a lot of people that have that same anger issues. You have a kid, and then they start getting a little older, they worry about what their kids are seeing,
Yeah.
and they kind of just like check themselves and tell themselves you got to cool it in front of them and calm down a little, and then really just evaluate the situation and take it from there, and just count to 10, breathe a little, and then go from there.
Yeah. Literally, what I
You don't have
do
to get
is
worked
like,
up.
yeah, at the worst case scenario, what I'll do is I'll jump in the car. Hopefully, I haven't drank that much, and I'll just like either go sit in the parking lot or I'll go like drive down the street, take a little drive around the block, and just try to like be by myself in the car. It has nothing to do with music or anything. It's just getting away so
Right.
we can both cool down.
I think that's good. That's if that helps you and if that helps both of you, then I think that's good.
Yeah, no, I
But
have to. I can punch the steering wheel. I can crank the music. I can fucking swear at her and whatever, and she's not around, and to myself, and just get it all out without actually hurting somebody.
right,
And then, I'm still pissed when I come back, but like the chemicals ain't going.
right.
The
The
blood's
rage is
not in my
there.
head.
The rage
Yeah.
is gone. The anger is still there.
Right. And like I want to get back to the point, and I love just getting to the point and hammering home like, no, like fuck, like we were talking about this, but you brought up six other things that are not related because you knew they'd piss me off and derail me from this thing I was trying to talk about. And I'm really just trying to talk about this thing, and then it just explodes. And so I come back, I still want to hammer that point, but I come at it from like okay, we don't need to talk about it right now type of
You know
standpoint.
what? If I can give you any advice, it's just don't sweat the small stuff, because at the end, none of that shit really matters. If you're trying to get your point across, who gives a shit? If she wants to listen to it, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What it comes down to is like you guys getting along, setting an example for your daughter. That's what it's about.
Yeah. No, I agree. But
And I do have one thing that I know would help. It's premium OG blondes.
well, when you send your care package up for the sponsor of the show, I'll be sure to give a review online, Yelp you, and I'll let you know how it was.
Oh yeah, the thing is, we don't send these through the mail, so you're gonna have to come get it yourself.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm running out of storage on my phone recording this. So
Yep,
I gotta figure that out.
yep.
And dude, pleasure talking to you. I'm so happy we started doing this. This has been the best thing. If it's not just for like a journal for us, man, if this never turns into anything, which it will, but if it doesn't, we can go back and look on this and just like look at our chats, man, and for a year or something.
Like we said in the beginning, I'm talking to one of my best friends, my cousin,
Yeah,
and we're talking about fucking our life.
our life. Yeah.
We're having beers. It's like we're at the same table right here, so it's fun.
Yeah. And there's no person I'd rather talk to. Honestly, we always have great conversations, and we always have so much fun. Like our humor is the same. We play off each other, and then it's always enjoyable. Like I look forward to this. Like when you tell me like, "Hey, I can do it tonight," I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm down." Like I'm never gonna say no again. I can be half in the bag. I can have a migraine. I don't care. Like it's like I'm gonna do it because I enjoy it. And if for nothing else, just to go look back and just like share those memories, because you know people take how many pictures do you have in your phone? You have 6,000 pictures in your phone, but you don't go back and ever look at them.
No.
This we can go back and look exactly like what was going on in the time, and
Right. How was I feeling at that time?
yeah, exactly. And maybe we're like, oh man, what an idiot, or like maybe we're like, wow, we actually were pretty fucking good back then, like who knows what we're gonna think, but
I feel like no matter what, when I look back at myself, right, I'm like, what an idiot. No matter what,
yeah.
I could be making complete sense and speaking facts. I'm like, what an idiot.
Yeah, most of the times that's the case. I think maybe that's being a dude, but I think this most times that's the case. But that's the beauty of it, man. This is like we just put it out there. We don't care. Like, fuck it. No shame, man. Man, we'll put it out there. Like there's other people just like us. There's other people worse than us, man. So it's like whatever, man. We'll just live it
I
up.
feel like we're pretty good.
I think we're doing all right. And then
Yeah.
and also we're getting better.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly. So,
I don't know. I think that was great. That was great. I think let's wrap it up and then we'll do it again soon.
hey, it was a pleasure.
Uh
Too much fun.
Pleasure.
We got to just shout out to Dwayne Johnson real quick.
Dwayne Johnson, the homeboy, Dwayne Johnson.
Love you,
Cheers.
DJ.
To my cuz, love you, cuz. All in the family soon. We're gonna get together and we're gonna celebrate uh in the same room, get some mics going, maybe get the fam in on it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But until then, we got Super Bowl coming up,
Let's
and
go.
then watch Gangs of London.
Gangs of London right there.
Got it, baby.
Gangs.
Like
Does that read backwards?
Yeah, not bad handwriting from you, actually. Not too bad. It does read backwards. Looks like some elvish writing. There you go. Or it was just upside down and I'm a fucking
It was just
moron.
upside down.
I was like, is that Elvin?
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings?
Probably looks better when it's up.
It looks super elegant. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Yeah, it looks like some scripture from ancient times.
Exactly.
Just
And then you
nope,
flip it up and you're like, oh, never mind.
just upside down. No, that's a third grader. Yeah.
That's just terrible.
Yeah. All right then. All right, we'll wrap it up. I gotta go get to the babes, the beba, as I call her. And yeah, cheers to you.
It's my sign off.
That's your sign off.
Yeah. Cheers
All
to
right,
you.
we are gonna continue to rip off Bill Burt podcast and just tell everybody thanks for tuning in. Anything we talked about that's educational value, there will be links down below. Check out the website. We're gonna have all the resources. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bad
Ass.
Dads
Gas.
Cast. Love it. All right, buddy. I love you, cuz.
Love you too. Love you
And
too.
I will see you, talk to you on the other side.